Well, the month of March will be a pivotal one as Minnesotans attempt to emerge from the shadow of massive fraud. The federal government says it is withholding $259 million in Medicaid funding and that the state has 60 days to prove that it has rooted out fraud in existing programs. This comes at the same time that the temporary commissioner of DHS for the last year was just made this week the permanent commissioner, and she is joining me right now. Commissioner Gandhi, Shireen Gandhi, thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I want to start with something that the governor said. He said you were on the verge of retirement. You just told me that's true.
Yes.
Why did you accept this job? Because he called it the hardest job in Minnesota.
Yeah, it is so important that we continue the work that we have started to strengthen our programs, to look for fraud in new ways, and I just couldn't step away and was willing to continue to serve through the administration to do this work. And then at the end of this administration, it'll be time, whatever party wins, for somebody new to come in and take a fresh look and see what more needs to be done.
Let's talk about the amount of fraud, because we've heard all these different numbers and we've got a slide. The $19 billion there is what President Trump said. Minnesota fraud, $19 billion. He said that in his State of the Union address. $9 billion is what the former acting U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson said. What is the number? Because neither of those numbers have been verified.
Yeah, there's a lot of speculation out there. And just to set some context, Minnesota's Medicaid program is $20 billion a year, state and federal funds. So, and I know that there's been about $300 million that has been documented. I don't know what the number is, but every dollar counts, and we're going after it.
So it's over, and the $300 million is what we have reported here in different court cases. It's over $300 million, but you just don't know by how much.
Yeah, fraud is something that you have to prove in a court of law, so you can measure it different ways. Indictments, what's been proven, but what we're doing is looking to find fraud in new ways using data analytics, and also to prevent it on the front end, because we don't want to always be chasing it on the back end.
Well, we want to look at some of the reforms that have taken place. We've got a slide for that. You've been able to stop payments that happened in July, freezing enrollment, shut down the housing stabilization program, propose Minnesota reforms, Inspector General, increase penalties, and increase the statute of limitations. I asked you before the show, is that enough to get the feds off your back about this $259 million? And you said, no, it isn't. That's an entirely different situation. Explain what's at risk at the $259 million and what you're being asked to do.
Sure. The items you were talking about are in our corrective action plan for the $2 billion that the federal government has threatened to withhold. The 259 is for specific claims in the 14 high-risk services, and they are asking us for detailed information on providers, the background checks, the treatment plans, all of the documentation that goes with the services to show that they were delivered and delivered appropriately.
And that's in 60 days, and you mentioned that's about 350 cases.
They've asked for at the beginning about 350, but usually this is an iterative process that goes back and forth for a while, so it'll probably take us a couple quarters to resolve it.
All right, that's longer than 60 days.
Yes.
It doesn't sound doable with what you just said.
Well, they withhold it, and then as we work through it, they start releasing the funds. They're doing the same thing with emergency medical assistance.
Okay. One of the things that is really staggering to a lot of people, and I've gotten this question, is from business people and just regular taxpayers who say, anytime if I mess up on my taxes and I pay $100 less than I should, or if I'm a day late with sales taxes for the state is on me like all over the place. They're on you. Why is it so different? I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding that.
So Medicaid programs are complicated to administer, and I think we need to do a better job at DHS and the state of addressing the internal controls that have not been addressed for decades, as Tim O'Malley's report noted. And we did a vulnerability assessment too, to say, where are our controls not strong enough and what do we need to do better?
Okay. On Monday at the fraud hearing, the House Committee fraud hearing last Monday, I was there, and one of the things that was discussed is in the 500 plus autism programs, in many of them, there was no verification of a phone number, a website, or any qualifications of the people involved. You have a new requirement now that they've got to have a license by May 31st and have all those things, but only a handful have applied for the license. Right now, could someone get a license without a phone number, without a website, without qualifications, to treat autistic children, which is a very important thing?
It is a very important thing and something that is very important to me personally. No, they could not anymore. Okay. You know, we need to, the licensure standards are stricter. I designated EIDBI as a high-risk service, so we could have controls.
That's the autism program.
And then yes, thank you. And then we also have visited nearly 400. Our Inspector General went out and did compliance visits to make sure that they were operating appropriately.
And quickly, Senator Jim Abler said, we have been catching dolphins in the tuna net. And what he meant by that is that this crackdown is catching good programs that are doing it right and helping people. What do we do about that?
Yeah, he's shared that with me directly, and any time that anybody brings something to my attention, I go to our Inspector General and say, please look into this. Take a deep look, make sure that what we're doing is necessary, and so far I haven't found one that our Inspector General didn't feel passionate about, that they were doing the right thing.
And that's your internal Inspector General,
yes.
Because they're talking about an external Inspector General that's kind of having a few problems in the legislature, but it looks like that's going to pass this year. Commissioner Gandhi, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.